part 2 of the Yogi's Toy and Diecast show for April of 2022. Okay, everything I'm going to go through in this video was stuff that was in two giant boxes of cars, and each of these were a quarter. Even this chrome Johnny Lightning El Camino. Everything you're going to see in this video was a quarter. This is the Johnny Lightning Commemorative Limited Edition. Apparently. I just thought it was cool. It's chrome, which is kind of odd, but it looked cool. Got the painted surfboards on there. Oops. Maybe it's a Ranchero. I don't know if it's El Camino. There's got an engine in there, side pipes, and a black interior. We have a Bronco here. It's kind of hurting, but still thought it was cool. It's a 1980 Hot Wheels Bronco. I think this is the 82 or 83 version. Missing its top, which entails the fact that it's going to be missing its windows. But I kind of like it like that. It looks like a Baja vehicle. So that's probably what I'm going to turn it into. It's going to be some kind of custom, but I'm not going to repaint it. I've been looking for one with this paint job on there, so it'll just be a custom. This was a casting I've never seen before. This is, what year are they going to call this? The 1993 Ford probably 250, but it says F-150. I would have guessed as F-250. That's just because of how big it is. It's got the dual tanks, got a really cool graphic. It says Ford. That's that kind of sporty style that they had from 93 to 98, I think. 96. So we're representing all of the 90s here with our Fords. Enter the 90s, mid-90s, leave the 90s, we all have. And we actually have previous to that too. We're just going in a big line here. We have the Mr. Bean Mini. Been looking for this one. Did not expect to get it for a quarter. Austin Mini Cooper 1964. Chartreuse with a matte hood. That's the Mr. Bean car. I've been looking for that. This is a Tomica panel van trailer. And it has an opening door. Oh, on both sides. I didn't know it had that on both sides. That's cool. And this little booger here made me buy this truck later on in the show. Even though they're not the same. And they don't actually even hook up. And they're not the same. But I wanted this one anyway, but I don't know. They were both orange, and this was a tiny little trailer for a tiny little truck. But the trailer's too tiny for that truck, but I'm sure I've got one that'll fit that. This is a newer Matchbox. It's a little scooter thing. This is Tuk-Tuk. That's what they call this thing. Oh, this is... Okay, so Tuk-Tuk I think is supposed to have a top on it, if I remember correctly. But again, for a quarter, you can't really beat that. That's in a different language, so I can't read what that says. Thailand Tuk-Tuk. Matchbox World. Pretty neat. Nothing special, but cool. The Cool Paint Company Volvo container truck. With the removable box on there. I was surprised in that big box of cars that it kept its container. But it did, which was pretty good because that was the main reason I bought it. I liked the cool paint company stuff on there. I bought this specifically because it was weird and different. This is the newer version of the 1988 Tomica Isuzu Super High-Decker bus, which in America we call these charter buses. This is the Pokemon Pocket Monsters bus. I'm not into this at all, so the only one that I know the name of is Pikachu. Do not know any of the other characters on here. But I thought, you know what? Tomica is a Japanese company, so it would make sense that it would have some kind of Japanese decals on it. It makes it different. I definitely don't have anything like this. See, even the copyright stuff has that Japanese writing on there. Apparently this is from 1998. So, not quite my style, but I thought it was cool, so I bought it anyway. You know me, when I can buy these 77 Chevy box trucks cheap, I do. They're ambulances from Matchbox. This one still had its doors, that's why I bought it. Because a lot of my nice ones are missing their doors or their gumball lights. That one's the swap version, as you could see. We have another Bronco. This one has suffered a rollover. The top is smashed on it. It's probably been stepped on. Got a white dirt bike on the back. This one still looks a little more presentable as opposed to that one. The paint's good on it for the most part. So too bad I don't have windows. I could straighten that out and it'd be a good truck. But again, when it's a quarter, I don't complain. We have a weird colored S10 here. I'm gonna call it Chartreuse. This is more of Chartreuse than this. This has more yellow in it, but some kind of weird colored vehicle. I bet this was a color changer. They get stuck between their colors when they get old. Something green. This was probably an ecology truck. Something similar to the landscaping truck we saw in the last one there. The last video. This is the Ford Explorer from Maisto. The Comet. I have a nice one of these, but I don't know. I can do something with it. Yes, they had Hot Wheels Racing Series cars for a quarter. This is the Cheerios. Well, I'm gonna just say Kellogg's. Cheerios, Chex. But it's the Richard Petty. I would almost call it a salute to Petty car, but it's not. This is the Phaeton from Matchbox. Most of these came out around 2000. I looked and looked and looked in there, and they didn't have my Suburban I was looking for from the racing series. Too bad, because I'm looking for that casting. This is the Peterbilt from Matchbox, 1981. Its chrome's a little wore out, but I still liked it. Still had the tips of its stacks. This one has a driver. Still got enough chrome you can see the camera. This Peterbilt on the hood. Got all of its little DOT stickers. Indiana, Illinois. I don't know what E is. And I think the red one's Ohio. And they all say 99 or 2000, so this probably came out in 1999 or 2000. That's cool, though, that it has those little DOT stickers on it. This is... Oh. Well, there's a I can't talk. A dead giveaway. This is a universal. I can tell you that because it has this stupid setup for the taillights down here that every universal had, it seemed like. So this was a Yapming. Yapming sold this casting, and it got sold around to different places, one of them being Universal. This is a hot pink 75-ish Chevy Stepside with some kind of creature breathing fire. A dragon. How about a fire-breathing dragon? I can tell that I'm tired. And it's got most of its brush guard. I don't have a whole lot of detail on the bottom, but it's got a transfer case for the four-wheel drive. Got another S10 here. Rescue radio dispatched. I have this casting with these decals, but it's yellow. This one's blue and pink. Kind of looks like a Barbie truck. This is some kind of Hot Wheels car. Minecart, it says. Okay, this is one of those Minecraft things that says Mojang on it. I think it's going to make a cool trailer. That's why I bought this. Because I think if you pull this thing out here that held whatever character sat in here, and then you put a tongue on the trailer, I think it'll make some kind of cool little dirt/junk hauling trailer. That's why I bought that. I bought this so that we had an even number of cars, so that the lady didn't have to give me some quarters that she didn't have. Little Valvoline Indy Car here. Pretty cool. I don't have it, but I probably wouldn't have bought it otherwise. This is really cool. This is a Demolition Derby style station wagon. The 4 headlights on each side remind me of the National Lampoon's station wagon. This might be another Minecraft car. It's got pixels in it, like this does. It's very heavy, though. Both these pieces are die-cast. For newer Hot Wheels, it's got weight to it. What's it say? Mojang Zombie. Okay, yeah, this must be another Minecraft car. I just thought the car was cool. And it's well made for newer Hot Wheels. I've never seen that one before. This is a Matchbox car that's going to look good in the little scale junkyard. I think it's a Camaro. Yep, 85 Camaro IROC Z28. It apparently had some cool graphics on it before someone colored over it with Sharpie, and then the Sharpie wore off and all the paint came off. That one's had a hard life. Hey, it still rolls. This was a quarter. This is a Johnny Lightning drag car. A Mopar drag car. Baby New Year 1998. Baby New Year. I think that was a cartoon for the New Year that came out at some point. Welcome 1998. Well, we definitely know when this is from. It needs its front wheels straightened out, but for a quarter. Oh, it still has. Oh, cool! It still has the stand on it. Figured for a quarter, the wheels are worth that. I also said that about this truck. This is a Hot Wheels 69 Chevy, and this was either in a special series or it's an open treasure hunt because it's got rubber tires on it. I don't see a TH anywhere, so must have been a special series because treasure hunts always say somewhere or have the logo. Tailgate's kind of pushed in. Just look like a cool shop truck. Got the rusty rubber tires, rusty wheels and rubber tires. The recycling center byway, or no, this is a plower power. It just is missing its plow. As I've mentioned in the previous video, one of my favorite castings. This is a Hot Wheels Nash or Mercury drag car of some kind. Definitely from Star Wars. And this was another one that it was worth more than a quarter, so I bought it, kind of deal. Not a huge fan of the paint job per se, but it's pretty cool. This is a crane. Tadano Rough Terrain Crane, 1979 Tomy. The poor thing's missing so much, I don't know what I can do with the crane, but the wheels look really good. I don't like to take apart the old ones like that, and use them for customs, but those cranes you can't find the parts for. Same thing with the forklift here. This looks like it was a really cool forklift. This is a Toyota forklift truck, 1978 Tomica. It's got real duals in the front. Still got the smokestack. I may look online for some parts for that one. Lesney, 1974 Renault 17TL. Opening doors. Its plastic's kind of falling out, but the windows. Hey, this one says Renault TL on it. Look at there. That's pretty cool. And it's got a license plate. Still got the decal. Those super fast wheels still roll. This poor thing looks like someone burned out a cigarette on it. It's a majorette Pontiac. So it's a Firebird / Trans Am drag car. Definitely a drag car. It's a single-seater with a fire extinguisher sitting shotgun. It's supposed to have yellow windows that are blacked out. A melted engine. As I said, it looks like somebody put out a cigarette on it. It had the Chevrolet #1 Chevy patriotic paint job on it, apparently. But that is clearly no more. Got a California Custom Hot Wheels Mercedes-Benz that is chrome and hot pink. It's a 380 SL. It's got those fancy wheels on it. I like these California Customs. Usually they're not in the quarter box though. You're a Datsun. Yes, Datsun 200SX. Missing its hood and somehow also the front windshield. And the top has eaten some sidewalk or some sandpaper. It's got real nice Hot Ones wheels though, so it may, since it's definitely a parts car, it may give up its wheels to something nicer. A Welly pink. Come on here, Camaro. My brain's not working here. Camaro. Oh, it says Camaro Z28 right on the bottom. It's got nice wheels on it. I wouldn't drive a pink Camaro, but I thought it was kind of cute, so I got it. I wouldn't drive a 3/4 ton Chevy Silverado that was pink either, but it's Laffy Taffy. You know what comes in pink Laffy Taffy packages? Cherry. Oh, and also strawberry, but I was thinking cherry. It's not quite the right shape. The grill's not quite matching up with the hood. Still a cool truck though, I thought. A big pink Chevy Silverado. 2014 Chevy Silverado. This is the turbo heater from 1980. I like it. It's old Hot Wheels. Pretty cool. Pretty good. The tampos are good. The paint's a little chipped up, but nothing's rubbed off. I finally have one of these out of the package. These were Iwi Rosqvist, I can't say her name right. Rosqvist was a female driver back in the day when they were racing these Mercedes. And there was some special promotional thing that Matchbox did with these cars. And I have one in the package, but the package was kind of unique, so I didn't want to open it up. These, I can't think for the life of me what these are called. But anyway, this thing flips back over, and then when it's driving, it flips up. This is the State Police patrol car. Why did I angle that up? Got chrome windows in it because these can't have an interior because of all the inner workings for that flipping mechanism. 1986. I like police cars, that's why I bought it. Oh, one more. Definitely not something you usually find for a quarter. This is a Ertl 32 Ford panel delivery truck. It's got a whole paragraph on the bottom of it. Not really, but it's got a lot of lines. Number 4 in a series of vintage vehicles from Ertl. Yeah, I would say this was a pricey one when it was new back in the 90s, I would guess. Perfection oil burning stoves. That's cool. It's got all of its rubber tires with no flat spots in the rubber tires. It's got a license plate. It's got its bumper. It's got both headlights and the front bumper. And an interior and probably a bunch of cobwebs in the back. Can't see anything. So that's going to do it for this video. That was everything you just saw in this video was only $17 for the whole thing because everything was a quarter. So, you know, you think about, you know, okay, here's 4 vehicles for $1. So, pretty good haul there, I would say. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Keep on the lookout for the rest of these Yogi haul videos. And we'll catch you in the next video.